Looking at the statistics, it's hard not to consider Switzerland a dark horse for the World Cup. While history has seen them mocked for their boring brand of football and their position in the World Cup seeding was questioned, their performance on the pitch speaks for itself. Switzerland have been to the World Cup on 9 occasions, though their participation in 1994 was their first since 1966. And it was their stirring run to the round of 16 that year that inspired a new generation of footballers, the players who will step out in Brazil. In 2009, this group won the Under-17 World Cup, beating Nigeria 1-0 in the final. And in 2011, they reached the final at the European Under-21 Championship. In 2014, they are now making their way into the senior setup. In fact, of the squad Ottmar Hitzfeld named in qualifying against Albania, 6 were 21 or under. Their 2010 campaign was a sign of things to come. Despite exiting in the group stages, they were able to hand eventual champions Spain their sole defeat of the tournament in the opening fixture. 2014 could finally be the year Switzerland earns its place amongst the great nations in world football. Grouped with Iceland, Slovenia, Cyprus, Albania and Norway, Switzerland duly qualified without losing any of their 10 group matches. Despite that slightly flattering statistic though, there were concerns for the Swiss, highlighted by draws with Norway, Cyprus and Iceland. But they managed to secure their spot on the penultimate match day, with a 2-1 win over Albania. They finished 7 points clear of their closest challenger, conceding just 6 goals, 4 of which were in a single match, proving a resolute defence was key in topping the group. The defence was especially important, considering their frontline average of 1.7 goals per game, the lowest of all sides to top a UEFA qualification group. Their performance in qualifying lifted them into the top 8 of the FIFA rankings, allowing them to be seeded for the World Cup draw, something that will certainly help the Swiss progress. Many in the Switzerland side are still young, have bags of skill and tenacity, and are changing the way the world thinks of Swiss football. A number of their players play for top sides in top leagues, and in defence it's paid dividends, keeping clean sheets in 70% of their qualifying matches. Goalkeeper Diego Benaglio is a towering 6'4". He's agile for his size, but his main strength is the way he uses his giant frame to dominate his area, virtually guaranteeing the Swiss a sound defensive structure. Veterans such as Philipp Senderos, young boys Steve von Bergen and Stefan Lichtsteiner still have their experience to offer to the squad. But youth is moving in, with Wolfsburg's 21-year-old fullback Ricardo Rodriguez and Basel's 22-year-old Fabian Schär. Rodriguez and von Bergen played every minute of the unbeaten qualifying campaign, while Schär showed his huge attacking threat with 3 goals in 3 games. But when the top scorer during qualifying is a centre-back, it's clear the team has issues up front. Switzerland's all-time top scorer Alexander Frey is proving difficult to replace since his retirement in 2011. Real Sociedad's 22-year-old Haris Seferovic is looking their best bet though. Seferovic scored the goal that won the Under-17 World Cup for Switzerland 4 years ago. Graduating to the senior team in 2013, he came off the bench to score a last-minute winner against Cyprus and started the last 4 World Cup qualifiers. Switzerland's perfectly timed rise is not only founded on a resilient defence, but a midfield capable of mixing it with the best in the world. Shielding the back four is their captain, Napoli's Gökhan Inler, alongside teammate Valon Berami. But in front of them is where the magic happens, with youngsters Valentin Stocker, Granit Xhaka and Xherdan Shaqiri. Dubbed by Hitzfeld the young Schweinsteiger, Xhaka has had a breakthrough year with Borussia Mönchengladbach. And the 2012 Swiss Player of the Year has become one of the stars in the national setup. But it's Shaqiri who's the star of the show, still just 22 in Brazil. The Messi of the Alps can weave his way past defenders, thread incisive passes, and score goals from distance with his left foot. With so much talent, Coach Hitzfeld combines experience with youth exceptionally well. Thanks to their top seeding, Switzerland have found themselves drawn into a very winnable group, with Ecuador, France and Honduras. They'll feel unfortunate to have drawn the French, who certainly have the players to carry them through to late in the tournament. But the Swiss unity, especially in defence, will play its part against the bigger sides. They can be confident of victory over Ecuador and Honduras in their first and final matches, while taking points off France isn't out of the question. The biggest challenge is that despite the resilience shown in recent friendly wins over Brazil and Germany, there is little tournament experience in the Swiss squad. Has the 2014 World Cup come too soon for this new generation? Or are they ready to shine?